I'm kind of stupid. Not these cars. We're not working on these cars right now. This is some little side projects. Don't worry about it. All right, today we're gonna put the Q50 back on the dyno. We're trying to get keep this thing going with the Q50 series. I'm like knocking these episodes out right now. So the next thing up is we have to do a custom tune versus OTS tune comparison, because now we've been running the OTS tune on this car for so long, just testing the parts that's on the car. So we tested the catback exhaust, we tested the lower downpipes, we tested the intakes, and all on the same tune without doing anything to the tune. So that's all nice. But now we have all of pretty much like the main parts we want on the car for the full bolt-on E30 build. So now we're gonna custom tune it, because now we're locked in on the intakes, we're locked in on the downpipes, we're locked in on the exhaust. So we're not changing those anymore. So so this is the best time to do a custom tune comparison and let you guys see what the actual difference is between the OTS tune and then the custom tune that we can do for all these cars. The difference isn't just in peak power. You're gonna see a lot of differences in power band and how the power comes in, how much power holds the red line. So if you have like an OTS tune and then you're like thinking about switching to a custom tune, like this video is made for you specifically, so you guys can see what the actual gains are. Here's our RSX.
It looks cool on the inside.
Oh yeah. The outside's kind of cracked, but the inside's pretty cool, I think. Oh yeah, I got these seats from Jensen at Black Market Race. So the seats are worth more than the car itself.
Flex the carbon buckets.
And then we have this thing right here.
Just look at the RPF ones. That's all you need to see.
Oh, okay. Just like before, pretty much the same thing as last time. 417 horsepower, 467. Today is pretty nasty. It's hot outside, it's humid. I'm sweating already. It performed just like before. High 410s, almost 420 horsepower. So yeah, I might have short shifted a little bit there, but that's okay. Actually, there you go. That's the better graph. Right at 7K RPM. Alright. Alex just sent me a base map, V1 of the custom tune. So I'm gonna flash it right now. There you go. I'm excited. I mean, this is a pretty simple setup. Something we do like every single day. So, I mean, I think I'm pretty confident Alex is gonna have this car pretty dominant even on V1. This will take 2 2 to 3 revisions max, or maybe it'll be even perfect on the first one, because this is like as cookie cutter of a setup as it can be. So I'm like sweating my ass off already. I've been in here like 15 minutes. So not the best weather to be doing this, but it is what it is. Looks like it's finished flashing. I'm clearing the codes right now. Close this, and I think I can just start it. Nice. Set up the login parameters real quick again. Have access. Make sure I'm in map 2. Yep, good to go. What the f? No, what is Alex doing, bro? That's 450 horsepower and 491 torque. On a lower downpipe car, lower downpipes exhaust, heat exchanger with a stock intake map house inside. That's with the insert scope. God damn, dude. This is gonna be a record or some shit, dude. I've never seen 450 horsepower on a setup like this in this weather too. I mean, like, I'm f***ing nasty right now. What? What the f***? Okay, I guess. Got a little hotter, not crazy, but still ended up with 440 horsepower and 486 torque. And usually that's still insane numbers for a lower downpipe car. So if we didn't hit 450 on the first one, I would have been like, that's great, and let's leave it at 440. Yeah, let's see. I sent the log, and let's see what we can do. About the same. Interesting. Alright, now I shut the fans off, close the door. You can actually hear me right now. Let's look at the numbers real quick. I ran the baseline with the OTS tune, just like before. Nothing's changed from the last video. That's the off-the-shelf tune. And then next one up, which really surprised us. You can see the entire power band is pretty much just raised up from the OTS tune. And the biggest difference between off-the-shelf and custom tune is all right here. Like, while the mid-range is a nice gain right here, the biggest difference you're gonna feel is up top right here past 5,500 RPM towards red line. That's a huge jump in top end. So that's one of the main benefits of our OTS tune versus custom. Getting a custom tune really helps out that top end power right there. Of course, we can't just yeet every OTS tune and give you guys this kind of power. Not every car is going to take it, and every car does take some revisions and refinement to get to this point. So that's why the OTS tune has a lot of power left on the table, and especially up top right here. So that's pretty atrocious compared to that, and that's what you want, about 400 horsepower holding that towards red line, versus the OTS units dropping off to below 350 horsepower at red line. So that's pretty bad. But yeah, and then we did two more pulls back to back. That's when you kind of see the a little drop in power with the higher charger temperatures. Nothing we can really do about that. The dining room just kept getting hotter and hotter. But other than where the peak power was achieved with that first run right there, when it made 450 horsepower right at 5500 RPM, the rest of the power band is pretty much identical. 440, so about an average of what, like 445 horsepower. That's very good for a lower downpipe, heat exchanger, intakes, and catback Q50. What the hell is all this? Okay, while we wait for that car to warm up, let's look at the lineup today. We have the Z, of course, Dan's Q50 that we've been doing a lot of testing on. This thing freaking scoops. Customer G80 M3 that dropped off for a femto unlock and full bolt-on E50 stuff. Taylor. Well, we have Mo's Q50 right here. This is the manual swapped Q50 bottom mount single turbo kit VHR. My piece of shit. Customer car right here. This car has the VR30 turbos, but he's on 93, so well, actually 91 octane because he came from Utah. So yeah, it made like 500 horsepower. But yeah. Oh, and there's Anna's car. Can't miss that one. Right now, I'm gonna go for a drive in this because I have not felt the car since it got tuned. I'm kind of excited for that new power. Take all this bullshit out though. Okay, that's different. Oh, this thing scooped for 93. Jeez. I noticed with these cars, once you tune it, is the throttle response is so much better. The stock cars are like dead compared to this, and now this car just drives so much better too with the custom tune, because like power doesn't feel like it's dropping off. I swear I'm not tripping right here, but with the OTS tune, yes, it picked up power from stock, like a good amount, but it just feels like it's like falling short, if that makes sense. With the custom tune, like I said, especially past like 5,000 RPM, this car just feels like it actually has the power. Versus like kind of dying off up top. So I think that's gonna be the biggest difference you're gonna feel if you switch from an OTS to a custom tune. Should you switch from an OTS to custom? Yeah, I mean, if you have all the mods on the car and you want to get the most out of your car, yes. OTS is meant for those that just want a quick, easy, one flash done, little extra power. Especially if you have like not a lot of mods, or if it's a completely stock car, the OTS makes sense. But as we added more mods to the car, like doing all the, you know, full bolt-on mods, it makes sense. Now I want to drive this car more because like we run errands in this car all day. And other than that, I usually don't touch this car, to be fair. It's not like that fun to drive. But now with this extra power, I'm like, I'll drive this a lot more often now. One thing I don't love about these cars though is the freaking throttle hang. Like the car, even like letting off, after letting off, it kept going. That's something I gotta get used to, and that's where a lot of people mess up with, like especially rear-wheel drive cars. Oh, let me go over here. So what happened here, my boy?
Alex cooked it, my boy.
It wasn't.
It was blue.
It was not my fault.
It was all that heat.
The gears are blue.
The gears are
I
blue.
guess you can't see it now, but
the transfer case gear,
dude,
right in here, was blue.
And
the fluid,
have a new one.
Fluid came out like it was on fire. The fluid came out burnt and black. It smelled.
Yeah, it threw me the all-wheel drive height temp code a few times. So I think that's what that meant. But anyways, we have a
discovered. That's never been found.
we have a spare one right there. We're gonna throw on that. Well, he's gonna swap the extension, so we're not gonna swap the whole thing, just the actual transfer case in there. So hopefully that's it, and we can actually drive this car again. I mean, it was drivable, but just like if the second you hit it, it'll just freak out.
Yeah, tweak out.
Yeah, that's why this car's acted like a rear-wheel drive car ever since we got this up and running. Even on the stock tune, I was spitting. So yeah. So now we can actually launch the car and stuff. So hopefully, I'm gonna edit the rest of this out to where I just snap the finger and the car's back to running again. But I'm gonna go for a drive again to actually test this tune and, you know, see how it feels.
12 seconds later.
We're back with hopefully a good transfer case now. Of course, it's been hot as balls for like the last 2-3 weeks, and then the one day we get the car back up and I want to test it, it rains like this. I think we need new wipers, dude. Let me see. Yeah. But the good news with the rain is that the temperature dropped by a good amount. So we're at 82 degrees now versus 100. So that, I call that a cold front. Anyways, I'm gonna drive the car around. I don't know if I can, what kind of pulls I can do in this weather safely. I'm gonna turn traction off, obviously. See what we can do. So I may launch it again in the rain. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, bro, this is not looking good. I mean, I've driven some like kind of crazy cars here for work before, but this is kind of scary because the Q50 is not the best handling car in the world. So let's see how she handles in this. Okay, this is starting to not look like a good idea. I'm gonna at least get one pull in. I'm gonna get one pull. Okay, no, she hooks. We're good. Nah, that hooked good. I got scared a little bit, but I let off. But no, we're good. That's not good. I felt it. There you go. There you go. So I'm kind of stupid. I really shouldn't have done that because I don't think the transfer case is cooked. But well, okay. First of all, I wanted to get cool content, so I was like, you know what? It's raining. I'm gonna go do a few launches. You know, it's gonna spin, it's gonna look cool, it's gonna be like, you know, cool content, right? Because it's kind of boring to see a car that fully hooks. You know, this car's not that fast, so I can't really get it to spin. But in the rain, I can, and I really shouldn't have done the digs. This is a new transfer case that I may have just slightly cooked. I was hoping I could spin this enough to get it going and then just like take a cool video and then just call it a day. But yeah, now the car goes into lip mode every single time I try to launch it or even get on it in first gear. But for good reason, that safety's there for a reason. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till a dry day to do more pulls and more content on this car. But yeah, also that's why the car looks super slow in these pulls. Because half the time it was in limp mode. Yeah, nothing much I can do now. Just, you know, I guess we'll just call it a day here. Next episode, I think we're gonna hop on E30 on this car, put in the flex fuel kit, maybe a low pressure pump, I'm not sure. But if we're gonna keep it budget, I might just skip the low pressure pump and just kind of watch my FMR content closely and make sure I don't, you know, over mix it. Yeah, see you guys next time.